Oh, good, the recorder's working. So, did you know the 6-inch Iron Man Mark V was out?
I think I'd heard something about that. Yeah.
I actually saw one the other day.
Ah,
Actually,
that
I saw about 10 of them.
hmm, I guess the first assortment sold well enough that they're upping the numbers.
Well, it looked like it was a solid case of Mark Fives.
Okay, because
I
what I'd heard,
I didn't see any other anything.
that's weird. Because what I'd heard is that the new case would have some more Mark Six and War Machine in it.
Apparently not, or at least this one there wasn't.
Really strange.
Yeah. At this point, though, I can't say I'm particularly encouraged to get one.
No, I think at this point I'm unless something really spectacular comes out in the Marvel Legends scale, I'm pretty well committed to the Marvel Universe size figures.
What they really need to do, though, is make Transformers crossover roughly the Mark V that turns into a little box.
That would be great.
That being said, the suitcase, the 6-inch figure comes with is at least a little bit nicer looking than the little missile launcher one.
Yeah, not being a missile launcher probably helps.
Of course, it would have been better if it looked like it could open up and store the extra hands or something.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
A little bit clever too.
Yeah.
So, have you seen anything interesting recently?
Um few decent things in person. I I really do like the look of the GI Joe mech suits. Like I said, I want the GI Joe mech and the Cobra pilot, so I'm still juggling that one in my head.
That sounds like a job for eBay.
Yeah, I think so. And one of these days I'll double back and get the Volcano Viper and Lava Pod because that looked really nice. So of course it never came out.
So, how are you going to get it?
Well, never came out here. It did
Uh,
apparently escape in the Philippines, so it's on eBay.
I always knew the Philippines were good for something. So, did you see anything else?
Well, yeah, I grabbed a couple of the new Power Core combiners from Wave 2 on Wednesday.
I still
So,
can't find those.
hmm, hopefully they'll show up soon.
I hope so.
Yeah,
Leadfoot
let
looks nice.
yeah, he's pretty decent. Pinpoint is not my favorite of the mini cons so far. He does have the uh, tabs to keep to lock it all down in weapon mode that I wish Caliburst had, but they just don't quite work. That's
So,
about
kind of like halfway there.
yeah, that's
No,
about
the thing I like about Leadfoot though is that his minicon is basically a Power Master partner,
yeah, that is great.
and so let the inevitable slapdashing commence.
Yes, and the other thing I like about him is that his torso mode is one of the more interesting looking because you actually turn him around backwards relative to his regular robot mode. So, and
Yeah, I mean that's unusual to have that level of difference with the 2-pack torsos, isn't it?
yeah,
I know Bomb Shock had some variation between his individual robot mode and the torso mode.
yeah, but I think Leadfoot even beats that, but it's just not quite as stable as I'd like. I kind of figured we'd have this at some point with Power Core combiners. So,
Yeah, well, apparently so far it's Leadfoot, Mudslinger, and Double Clutch,
ah,
all having
those
a variety of stability problems.
as much as they do, I think it was unavoidable. You're going to have some that don't work in one mode or another every so often.
I guess so. You know, um, when we were going through the Toy Fair stuff and we heard about the gimmick for the Power Core combiners with the auto transforming limbs, that sounded so cool. But
Hmm.
now I would just like one or two sets where they go for like posable limbs that don't
Yeah,
auto transform.
yeah, that would be nice.
I mean, I hope they decide to do something like that for a future assortment, but at this point I'm not sure because they're probably pretty sold on that gimmick.
Yeah,
It's a great play pattern for the combining part. It just not giving a very dynamic combiner afterward.
Yeah, they are kind of, well, it is a concept very similar to Scramble City, so it doesn't really surprise me that they're about as posable as Scramble City too.
Yeah, I know. I just wish it would have been a little bit better. You
Me
know,
too.
I mean, there's potential there since they don't have robot modes they have to transform into.
Yeah,
The Energon combiners kind of suffered for that the same way these do for auto transforming.
yeah. Energon Optimus Prime's arms were a good bit better.
Well, yeah, they were the best extension of the concept right at
Yeah.
the beginning of the line.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I mean that's basically what I would like to see at least once with the Power Core combiners.
Yeah.
Simple transformation from vehicle to limb, but still where there's some posability in the resulting arms and legs.
Yeah.
Give me an elbow at least.
Yeah, elbows would be nice.
And really, I think if they skip the auto transforming feature, they could also have limbs that could be arms or legs.
Which would also be a nice touch.
It would
The
help the recolor potential immensely.
yeah, and I would like to see them kind of change up how they do the drones, since, well, there's, well, like we just said, so many different ways they could do it.
I mean, I'm thinking back to Armada even, and there was different expressions of the minicon gimmick versus how the toy functioned.
Yeah,
Like probably the two most extreme ends of it were the original Hotshot and the deluxe size Optimus.
yeah. The
You know,
the yeah,
and Optimus still had the minicon gimmick, but it was more like an afterthought, honestly.
yeah. It, I the power shrug action. I never did really get much out of that.
I don't think anybody did. The whole point, though, is to have a very posable little Optimus toy.
Yeah, and uh, it's nice to have that level of versatility while still having the gimmick.
Yeah. So, I guess you have not had any sign in your area of the animated Rodimus and Ironhide.
Well, I unfortunately the only place I could not get this week was Toys R Us, so I really don't know.
Oh, well, that's not really very helpful for us, is it?
No, afraid not. But next time I can get over there, I really want to see if those are in. That and the Iron Man pack with Nick Fury and the drones.
Yeah, there is that out now, isn't there?
Yeah, and it should be just expensive enough that the coupon applies too, I believe.
That'd be nice.
Yeah,
Of course, if not, you can always probably throw an extra figure in there.
yeah, I'm sure there's some Iron Man variation I haven't found yet, or hey, maybe Whiplash will actually start turning up finally.
Now you made me lose my train of thought.
Oops, sorry.
Well, you saw that picture I posted on our Twitter feed the other day, didn't you?
Yeah, with the Rise of
The
Cobra
the
leftovers being
the yeah
$10.
the clearance Scarlet and CoverGirl
Yeah,
clearance up to $10 from 4.
that is sad.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, like I said, around here the Pursuit of Cobra figures are still at that price too, even though they seem to be getting fixed elsewhere.
Well, I mean, are they just tagged that, or have you like scanned one and see if it's still in the system for that?
I did not scan them. I foolishly trusted the tag, but this is mainly because I didn't see anybody I actually wanted to get that day. So
Yeah, I would have just been curious to see whether those tags were accurate to that store or not.
yeah, well, I'll think of it next time, I'm sure.
Of course, by then they may have corrected the stickers too. You never know.
Well, yeah.
Um, I was sure I was going to say something else there, but now I don't know. Well, in other clearance stuff, the Walmart here has their last 2010 Power Rangers Megazord marked down to $17 now.
Not too bad.
Seems to be the last of the Power Rangers stuff they actually have sitting in stock.
They have a little bit more around here. They have the completely inexplicable Phone Braver Rangers.
Oh
They
dear.
they look every bit as awful in person as you would expect.
So I've heard.
The worst part is that to convert to a cell phone, I thought they'd at least let you take the Ranger parts off They just fold up around the thing. It's really absolutely hideous in both modes.
Oh, the arms and legs don't come off of the cell phone?
No, they just fold up around it, looking like someone's really horrible take on G1 Soundwave.
Okay, see, the pictures I saw made it look like the cell phone part did slide out.
It's possible, but I did not see that picture on the
The
package. I
packaging
just
doesn't reflect that idea, so
okay. Well, I'm certainly not going to buy one and find out. So
I really wouldn't suggest it, no. I mean, even on clearance, that's one bit of merchandise that doesn't seem like it'd ever be worth picking up.
maybe on clearance just for the comedy value of it's a really good clearance, but
I don't even know if that has novelty value. Well, it's not the first time there's been a transforming cell phone toy in Power Rangers.
no,
The Wild Force Morphers, the original Japanese versions, were able to convert both from cell phone to any one of the five animals the original Rangers were based on, and then to a robotish humanoid form.
that actually sounds like it would work a little better.
Yeah, a little bit because there was actually a replaceable headpiece to make most of it work.
Ah,
So, but that's Bandai transformation for you.
yeah, that they're really not good at it.
Bandai's not good at anything.
True,
They've actually started a question and answer thing on their website
that
where
sounds dangerous.
they take questions from fans.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, instead of syndicating it out to like websites and such, um, it's a web page and there's a comment form underneath it, and that's how they want you to submit your questions.
Of course,
Of course, the most obvious question is, Bandai, why are you copying everything Hasbro does a year and a half later?
except and not doing it as well.
Well, you don't want to sound mean.
No, but it's true because they kind of missed the entire point of the thing, which is that by getting the other websites to publish the question and answer sessions for them, Hasbro is getting people to promote their products for them.
Yes. Also, it's just good public relations to have direct interaction with some of the websites.
Yeah, so if
It's your community involvement.
yeah,
But as we've
if
established before, Bandai doesn't really like its community.
no, it doesn't really like its community, and again, they are experts at missing the point. So
Well, okay, maybe it's not doesn't like as much as neglectfully indifferent,
yeah,
bordering on complete lack of understanding. I mean, we talked about this before.
oh yes,
Maybe not on this podcast, but others.
yes,
So,
it's out there definitely.
yeah. So, probably should wrap up.
Man, that worked out better than I expected, frankly.
Yeah, we can really ramble when we want to.